Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Finally, we got the answer that we wanted. We've been waiting and waiting on Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez to announce that they're fighting. And we've been waiting to hear a whole lot of noise, boxing fans and everyone going crazy, social media outlets buzzing about the announcement. And that's not what and that's not what's happened. What's happened is this. It's been made official that Canelo is going to be fighting on May 4th in Las Vegas. Okay? That's what we know. But let me tell you something. I want to be crystal clear on this. Now, I believe Canelo is fighting David Benavidez next. Now, there's a reason for that. Now, if you pay attention to boxing and some of these fighters, their managers, promoters, their trainers, their fathers, and their behaviors, right? They all have a certain pattern of behavior. But when they kind of go off course a little bit in their pattern of behavior, that means you need to stop and pay attention. Now, Canelo's coming off I would say, a ridiculously easy 12-round unanimous decision win over Jermell Charlo. The fact that people are talking about Canelo fighting Jamal, I think that would be career suicide for Canelo. Now, Jamal has had very significant personal and professional struggles over the last couple of years. We all know Canelo has no issue with cherry picking, okay? He don't have a problem out here picking cherries, popping cherries, bursting cherries, slicing cherries, blending cherries up. The man don't care, stepping on cherries, he don't give a goddamn. But I think even Canelo knows, okay, I need to be very careful, man, with my next fight. I fought Jermell, battle on the Undisputeds. Now he's got to do something. Jermall Charlo is not the answer. Jamal just posted a video of him being partying. You know what I'm saying? You figure March 15th, April 15th, then the fight on May 4th. That's not even a full 90 days for him to get in training camp. And he's out there drinking and getting drunk and partying on vacation. Let me tell you, you don't party and start drinking within 90 days of potentially fighting Canelo Alvarez. That's just not what you do. Okay? So let's just get that out of our minds. But I will tell you, the other reason I think that Jamal and Canelo isn't the fight that's going to happen is because of the way Canelo was ridiculed for fighting Jermell. And they're going to rake him against the coals for fighting Jamal. Okay? Now, expectations were high for Canelo when he signed the 3-fight deal with PBC. Everybody's like, shit, we'll probably get Canelo in. I thought Earl Spence, Benavidez, maybe Morrell. But, that's us as boxing fans taking a look and saying, wow, he's going to fight some big names, some stiff competition. But that's not quite how Canelo works. Canelo he sails his own ship, and he's not necessarily going to get himself into back-to-back extremely tough fights. Now, when you look at when he fought Ryder recently, that fight wasn't too tough for Canelo. He just basically beat Ryder the whole 12 rounds. When he fought Jermell, that wasn't really a tough fight. He just went out there and beat Jermell the whole 12 rounds. So Canelo's coming off of 2 very easy fights. Now it's time for him to get back in a tough fight. So come down David Benavidez. But what I'll tell you is for fight fans, this is going to be like, for Canelo fighting David Benavidez, for fight fans who love Canelo, it's going to be like going back watching a movie that you didn't really enjoy watching the first time around because you already kind of know the outcome, you know what I'm saying? And that's like when Canelo fought Bivol. You knew deep down, if he was to ever fight Bivol again, you just can't see a different outcome. Canelo, when he fought Floyd, I don't care what no one says. The outcome could never be different. And just knowing that he's getting ready to go in there and fight David Benavidez, if you don't have that little uneasiness in your stomach, like, holy shit, it's about to be the same outcome when he fought Floyd and when he fought Bivol. It's gonna be the same thing. Him going in here with the bigger, stronger, younger Benavidez. But nonetheless, we know Canelo's all about taking. Somebody was in my driveway. He's all about taking the risky assignments. And no matter what you say, although he gets slammed for this, he did fight elite opposition like Erislandy Lara, Miguel Cotto, Gennady Golovkin, Daniel Jacobs, Sergey Kovalev. Some of those guys were in their prime. Some of them are out of their prime. And that Kovalev fight, I still don't know what happened there, but it is what it is. But when David Benavidez gets quiet, we got to pay attention. When David Benavidez's father gets quiet, we got to pay attention. His dad has been crying out for a fight between Canelo and his son, David Benavidez. All you hear him say is, Canelo is scared of the Mexican monster. He says, the Mexican monster, the Mexican monster. That's all you hear. The Mexican monster. Now, somebody mentioned that Canelo doesn't want to fight Benavidez. And not because Benavidez is, supposedly a Mexican, right? That's all bullshit. But something about Canelo's concern about Benavidez and how he tested positive for cocaine and got banned for 4 months. And how a guy who tests positive for cocaine, although it happened in 2018 and was stripped of his title, a guy like that doesn't deserve an opportunity at Undisputed. I'm like, man, come on now, Canelo. If Canelo said that. Man, you were caught up there with the goddamn Mexican beef and all that shit, so let's not take it to the stupid. Then sitting there wanting to frown at David Benavidez, regaining the title, then failing to make weight for a defense against Romer Alexis Angulo in 2020, being stripped again, saying that David Benavidez just is a guy who doesn't have discipline. But the majority of boxing fans will say, look, Benavidez has restored his reputation. He's back on top, and he really should be on the pound-for-pound list. The way he came out there, annihilated Andre, tranquilized Caleb Plant, they're saying, Canelo, what are you talking about? But I will say this. If this fight happens, which I think is going to happen, right? I think the WBC is all over it. And not because they're picking sides. We already know the WBC is all about Canelo. But I truly believe WBC is going quiet. Canelo's going quiet. Al Heyman will never say nothing. But when David Benavidez and his team, when that pattern of behavior changes, from no longer being vocal and demanding the fight and social media and insulting Canelo, now things have gone quiet. That means they're getting their way. And I'm telling y'all, man, the fact that May is fast approaching, we are going to see exactly what's going to happen here, because I truly believe David Benavidez is next for Canelo. Just pay attention. It's called optics. Jamal is talking. Who else out there? Morrell is out there talking. They're not on the table. The only person who's really gone quiet, the only person is David Benavidez. And there's a reason for that. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.